Hello and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. Next, we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. And now, let's go back up high again. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And when we're there, let's have a wave. Excellent. And then back down to touch our toes one more time. And now let's stand up and have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. Arms and legs. And now we'll do some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Brilliant, guys. And now 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. And next we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. And to finish, guys, we'll do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Have a seat. So recently in social studies class, we've been learning about the area around where we live. All of the different places, school, hospitals, fields, shops, these are all part of our, anybody remember the word? Begins with E. Environment. Yes, the place around or the area around where we live is what we call our environment. So let's write that phrase on the board first, guys. O-U-R. R. And then environment. environment. Excellent, guys. Very well spelt. So the area around where we live, where we are now, is called our environment. Yes. And remember, we've been learning about two different types of environment. There are things that occur on the earth or around where we live that just happen. Does anybody remember the word that we use for things that are just there? They just appear as part of the earth. I don't want to use the word that we're going to use now. Can anybody remember? Think of things like fields, lakes, maybe even a waterfall. This is what we call nature. Yes, this is nature. We don't have to make these things. They occur naturally. Okay? So one type of environment, natural. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Natural. Some things in our environment are just there. We don't have to make them. And this is what we call natural environment. Yes, but other types of things, such as this building. What is this building called? School. Yes, is this school natural? No, this school had to be built. So the other type of places in our environment that we have to build are what we call man-made. M-A-N for man, because usually it's man who makes it. And then made, M-A-D-E. So the two types of environment, guys, natural and man-made. Yes, a good example of a natural environment would be a waterfall. And a good example of a man-made environment is this place, school. We had to build this school for it to be here. So therefore, it's man-made. And what we're going to do now, teachers, is we've got a flashcard activity where we'll show students the different pictures. They have to name the place, and then they have to decide if it's natural or man-made. So what you'll need to do before the lesson, print off the flash sheets and cut all of the pictures into individual pictures. And we're going to play now. So, first picture, guys. First of all, can you tell me about this place? Does anybody know what type of place this is? Train tracks. Yes, excellent start. And then the place where the train goes into, under the hill, tunnel. Yes. So thinking about man-made or natural, what do you think? Is it natural? Was this just here naturally? Or did man have to make this tunnel? Man-made, yes. This is an example of nature, but then the hole going through was man-made. So we will place this here. And then let's spell tunnel together. Ready, guys? T-U-N-N-E-L. Tunnel, man-made. Okay, so now, next picture. Let's see the next one. Okay, now there's a couple of things in this picture. What can you see? Ocean, smaller than an ocean. Water, what type of water? Lake. Smaller than an ocean is a lake. And then what do you see behind the lake? Mountain, exactly. Now, is a mountain man-made or is a mountain natural? What? Natural. It's just here. When we were born, the mountain was already here. So mountain is an example of natural. And how do we spell mountain, guys? M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. So one example for each side now. Mountain, Natural. Tunnel. Man-made. Very well done. So teachers, you can see the activity we're doing in our classroom now. Pause the video and do the remainder of the activity for around 10 minutes or so. And have your students practice spelling and speaking of each of the different objects. And we'll carry on here, guys. So, next picture. What do we think? What can we see? Sea and sand. So what do we call sea and sand? Seaside. This is the seaside or the beach. We could say the beach, but the seaside is better because the sea is there too. So what do we think?
Natural.
Yes, natural down. Well done. Man didn't have to make this. This was already here. So it is natural. Let's place it here. Okay, now let's spell seaside together. How do we spell sea?
S-E-A.
S-E-A. And then it's called seaside because it's beside the sea. Side. S-I-D-E. So another example of natural is seaside. Excellent, guys. So, next picture. Let's see what this next one is. What type of place?
Dress.
There's dresses, but where would you buy a dress? Shops. Yes, this is shops. Maybe shopping mall. Is a shopping mall natural? A shopping mall is man-made. It had to be built. So we can place shops in the man-made section. And how do we spell shops, guys? S-H-O-P-S. So altogether, shops, man-made. They're not natural. They had to be built, like this school. And any type of building is man-made. They're all man-made items. And now we have the next picture. Now, think hard about this one. What can you see? Road. Now, what do we think? Road, natural. Excellent. A road is man-made. The area around the road, the field, now that's natural. That was already there. But when we built the road going through the field for the cars, that's an example of man-made. So natural or man-made, guys? Man-made. And now, I need some help spelling road. How do we spell road? R-O-A-D. Road. Yes, road. Man-made. Okay, next picture. What can you see? Tree. Excellent. Now, do we have to build trees or trees grow out of the ground? So what do we think?
Natural.
Natural. Excellent. And you can see the whole area is natural. There is nothing there man-made. We have the grass, the trees, and the sky. All examples of nature. But how do we spell tree, guys? E-E. Or trees, more than one, we will say trees, because you're right, Pakbung, there are more than one trees. So trees, natural. Perfect. Well done, guys. I think you understand completely. And then, another place I've already mentioned. But is it man-made or natural? First of all, what place?
Natural.
What is it?
Waterfall.
Waterfall. Excellent. And it's called waterfall because the water falls. Now, is a waterfall man-made?
Natural.
Natural. You see? Have a look at all of the pictures in the natural section, guys. Nothing there has been built. If it doesn't have to be built, it's already there. It's natural. But looking in the man-made section, everything here had to be built. And that's what we mean by man-made. But how do we spell waterfall? W. W-A-T-E-R, water.
F-A-L-L.
Fall, waterfall, excellent. F-A-L-L, waterfall, natural. And we have one more picture left, and I think our students will get this one. Home or house. Yes. Is this natural? No, it had to be built. So what are we calling it, guys? Yes. And what's the name of the place? House. Perfect. H-O-U-S-E. Okay, house, man-made. Now have a look. Just have a look at either side of the board. Notice the difference. Natural, already here, all with nature. Man-made, all different types of places and things. But the one thing they all have in common, they all had to be built. And that's what we mean by man-made. So final time now, guys. Natural, trees, mountain, lake, waterfall, seaside. All examples of natural environment. And now man-made, tunnel, road, shops, house. You see, everything in the man-made section had to be built. Everything in the natural section was already there. And that's what we mean about the two different types of our environment. And guys, that was excellent. Well done. And what we've got now, we've got a PowerPoint presentation for our students to understand further about the different types of environment. And then they have to think by themselves and think about the environment around where they live or their school and decide on the different types. But for now, guys, let's all turn to look at the TV screen. So let's have a look and a listen to our PowerPoint presentation about our environment. Yes, let's take a look at the different types of environment, guys. So first of all, one way of looking at our environment, living things and non-living things. Yes, living things are the example here. What animal is this? Tiger. Is a tiger a living thing? Yes. Another example, people. Are we living things? Yes. Plants and trees? Yes. Anything that has life is a living thing. But then, other types of things like rocks, non-living things. So two ways of looking at our environment, living things and non-living things. What other example of non-living things can you think of? How about a book? Is a book a living thing? No, non-living. How about a butterfly? Living thing, yes. If it has life, it's a living thing. If there's no life, non-living. And as we've looked already, another type of environment, natural, man-made. Yes, you can see here the river and the rocks. Did we have to make these things? No, they were already here. So that's what we mean by natural. Well, have a look at the man-made picture, guys. Can you see this building here? Does anybody know what it is? This is what we call a dam. A dam, what a dam does, you see the river, but it's built to stop the river from flowing too much. Now, is a dam natural or man-made? Yes, man had to make this. It wasn't already here. So, thinking about natural environment, one of the biggest and best examples, soil. Yes, soil is natural. It's part of the earth. Anything we want to grow comes from soil. And you can see here, we have the soil in the ground like this. Air. Air is everywhere. Is air natural or man-made? Natural, yes. We don't have to make air. Air is already everywhere around us. So it's what we call natural environment. Yes. Another type, plants. Plants grow out of the ground. We've already seen soil. Plants are an example of natural environment. Earlier, we've seen soil. And where do plants grow from? Soil, yes. The plants grow out of the soil. So another example of natural environment. And of course, animals. Do we make animals? No. Animals are like us, living things. They are born. So that means they are natural. What type of animal can you see here? How many? What colours? Brown and grey. Yes. Beautiful animals. And they are natural environment. So when you go home later, any chickens, dogs, birds that you see is part of our natural environment. But now, the other type, man-made. Yes, things that we have to build are man-made. And a good example, like we seen earlier, home. Home or house. Yes, two words, same meaning. When you go home later, your home wasn't already there. It had to be built. And that's what we mean by man-made. Where are we now? Was this school already here? Did it have to be built? Yes. Somebody had to build this school. Before this school was here, it would have just been a field. The field was natural, but the school, man-made. Yes. How about the things inside the school? Desks, tables, whiteboards, blackboards, are they natural? No, they are man-made too. Everything inside the school, the classroom, is man-made. Except us, we're natural. Towns. Yes, the places where we live, especially the big cities or towns, like Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, they're not natural places. What can you see in the big cities and towns? Lots of buildings and cars. These are things that have to be built. So that's why we call them man-made. Yes, not natural, man-made. Villages. Yes, similar to where we are here in Ban Ba Sang. This is a village. And a village is a mixture of natural and man-made. Because if you look at the field, have a look at the field here, and the animals, are they natural? Yes, the field and the animals are natural, but what about the buildings? Not natural, they are man-made. Any shops, markets, or houses are all man-made. And now we'll look at natural resources. Yes, different types of resources we can find. Now there are three types, guys. Exhaustible. What does exhaustible mean? Any ideas? Exhaustible. Exhaustible means that one day they will run out. There will be none left. If something's exhaustible, it's a limited supply. How about renewable? Renewable means use again. Yes, like solar power from the sun. And inexhaustible. Now think about this. If exhaustible means one day will finish, what does inexhaustible mean? We'll never finish. We'll never run out. An example of this is air or wind. Every day there is fresh air and new wind. It will never run out. Or we hope not, because the planet will end if it does. So, an example of exhaustible natural resources. What can you see? Rocks. A type of rock, yes. What colour? Black. These black rocks are what we call coal. Yes. And we can burn them to produce energy. But one day, all the coal will run out. And that's why we call it exhaustible. Next one, petroleum. Petroleum. Yes, these are the things that we put into our vehicles, like cars, motorbikes, airplanes, and trains. This is the fuel that all of the vehicles operate on. But one day, they will run out. And that's why we call them natural resources exhaustible. Another type, natural gas. Yes. When you go home later, maybe your mum or whoever will cook food on the gas stove. And this is how we use natural gas. But one day, the natural gas will run out. It will be all finished. And that's what we call exhaustible. But our next type of natural resource, renewable. Altogether, guys, renewable. And what does renewable mean? It means we can use again. For example, plants. Yes. If we take some plants out the ground, will some new plants grow in its place? Yes. So this is what we call renewable. We take some out of the ground, but then some new ones will grow. Renewable energy or renewable resources. Animals. Are animals renewable? Yes. Yes, because what they do, similar to people, animals have children too. Sometimes you see baby cows, baby cats, baby dogs. Yes, baby everything. And this is what we call renewable. Because one day, like people, animals will die. But then, new animals are born in their place. And this is renewable, natural resources. Yes. And what type of animal can you see here? Cow or buffalo? A buffalo. Buffalo or cow? A cow. Buffalo. Okay. Okay, well, it's either a buffalo or a cow. How about inexhaustible? Can you remember what inexhaustible means? Yes. What does inexhaustible mean? We'll never, ever run out. We can always use it. And a great example of inexhaustible natural resources is air. Yes, will air run out one day? No. We hope not. If air runs out, we all die. So we say inexhaustible natural resource. Water is another example. We can use water all the time, and it will never run out. And finally, sunlight. Yes. What happens every day when the sun is in the sky? Sunlight. Happens every day, yes? Okay, so we say it's inexhaustible. The sun will never run out. Actually, in about 5 billion years, they think it might. But for now, one more time, guys, inexhaustible natural resources, sunlight from the sun. Any questions, guys? Okay, well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can better understand the different types of our environment and also natural resources, which are part of our environment. And pretty soon, we've got a worksheet activity for our students to think and draw man-made and natural environments around the school. But for now, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, I think we'll have a game of teacher says. So let's listen carefully. If teacher says, we can do. If teacher doesn't say, don't do. Okay? So, hands on head. Teacher didn't say. Teacher says, touch your knees. Hands on head. Teacher says, touch your shoulders. Teacher says, touch your stomach. Teacher says, hands on head. Touch your knees. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, arms down. Arms in the air. Net, listen, teacher says. Teacher says, touch your toes. Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, turn back the other way. And back the other way. Teacher says, 3 claps. Teacher says, 2 claps. 1 clap. Teacher says, into a little ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump! Well done, guys. Teacher says, jump! Brilliant. And teacher says, sit down. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. And what our students need for this worksheet activity is 1 blue pencil and 1 green pencil. Because what we're asking our students to do is to draw pictures. We want our students, guys, think about your environment. Think about the area around the school. And what you need to do, natural, draw 3 types of natural environment. And for natural, we will use the green pencil. And then, after you've drawn 3 natural environments in green, think about man-made. What type of man-made environments is there around our school? And for man-made, do your drawings in blue. Okay, guys? So 3 for natural in green and 3 for man-made in blue. And if you can't think, there are plenty of examples already on the board and also in the PowerPoint presentation. So teachers, give each of our students 1 worksheet and give them around 20 minutes to do their drawings. And then at the end, we can have some students come forward and present. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top. So have a think around our school in Barnbar Sang. What type of natural, you're welcome, Shib. What type of natural and man-made things do we have? You're welcome, Pakboon. Pat, for you. Nadia, Net, for you. You're welcome. Padam, for you. Bangbon, for you. Prel, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Lakau, for you. So guys, first one, top, natural. Remember, natural are things that don't have to be built. What do we have around our school that is natural? Draw 3 examples using your green pencil. And then, when you've done your 3 examples of natural, think about man-made. And you can draw 3 examples around our school. If you need any help with any ideas or spellings, let me know. I will help you. But think about the area around our school. Natural. What do we have that's natural? Do we have trees? Mountain. Yes, mountains, excellent example. Do we have trees? Yes. Do we have animals? Yes. All types of natural environment. But you can decide and draw for yourselves. And then, when you've got 3 examples of natural, do 3 examples of man-made. You can use your imagination, guys. Think for yourselves around our school. What do we have? And if you need any help with spelling or anything, let me know. So, pakbung, natural. What do we have? Mountain, yes. You can draw a nice mountain. And if you think about it, the 3 natural drawings can go together to form one picture. You could have a natural mountain, then maybe some animals, and a waterfall. That is all natural. And guys, maybe 2 colours isn't enough. If you want to use more colours, you can do to make it look prettier. But remember, 3 for natural and 3 for man-made. And you can decide anything you want. And we have the spellings on the board. But if you need the spellings for anything else, let me know. I will help you. So we have the spelling for mountain. Okay. So what's this? Down? Mountain. Tree. Excellent. Down has drawn a mountain and a tree. That's 2 natural. And don't forget, guys, make sure to write the words of each thing underneath too. So if you need any help with spelling, let me know. Mountain and trees. Great example of natural. And don't forget about the animals too. Or, down, people. You could draw people. You could draw your family. Family is example of natural. Excellent, Net. So what's this? Mountain. Okay, so that's 1 natural. 2, what are you drawing for your natural? What's your first thing? Mountain. Okay, so then you need something to go with the mountain. Remember this picture here, guys? We have the mountain, and what do we have in front of the mountain? The water, the lake. So this is 2 examples of natural in the same picture. Nadia is drawing a... What's this, Nadia? Grass, okay. Grass, is that? Or a tree? Plants? Plants, okay. If you need help with spelling of plants, let me know. I can do it on the board for you. That's excellent. So you've got your mountain, and then you've got your trees. Yes, so that's 2 natural. Okay, so we have mountain, tree, plant. Okay, so you have 2 words that you can spell. How do we spell plant? Natural, plant, P-L-A-N-T. And if you decide to draw grass instead, G-R-A-S-S. Animals is a good one too, guys. So animals, A-N-I-M-A-L-S. And if you know the name of your animals, you can draw them too. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to draw their own natural and man-made objects based on the areas around our school. And I've got a selection of my students who can present them here. So first of all, Net has tree, mountain, plant, and house. Excellent drawings from Net. Then Pak Bung has tree, mountain, cloud, waterfall, and backpack. Good idea of man-made backpacks. Excellent, Pak Bung. And then down, also we have tree, plants, waterfall, and then man-made roads, shops, and finally house. And they're all excellent drawings, and my students have done a very good job. So well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and we'll see you again real soon for the next one. So can we all wave to say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.